Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears to live an awesome life. I have to tell you, I just got back from a Joe Dispenza advanced workshop. And if you experience what I did for a week, you would wonder why any of us ever think a negative thought or fear anything. When you focus on that clear space of manifesting your reality, and you focus on the positive feelings, not the car or the house or the relationship. When you focus on pure love, pure positive intent, pure bliss, you go to a place where everything happens. And then you can just think of something and it actually appears, which I did there. I manifested, I picked 3 things, and the first one was a simple object. I wanted to just find a feather or manifest a feather. Now, go outside your house and spend an hour and see if you can find a feather. And then spend the whole week looking for a feather. You may not see one. I have a ton of birds. I don't think I remember last time I saw a feather here. After I did my manifesting meditation, went outside, had lunch, and then I looked down, there was a feather at my feet. So, what is that? Well, things will appear into reality, and you are connected to that. So I could have walked past it, but because I was focused on and the energy was connecting to the feather, I was drawn to look down and see the feather. You're manifesting through connecting to the same frequencies. Now, I'm not manifesting, I'm not on a frequency of a feather. I'm on the frequency of pure manifestation of which I create. And then the feather shows up, and of course, because I'm focused on that, I will look and find the feather, or it'll be in the right spot, or I'll be in the right spot at that time. All of these things that you desire exist right now. All of them. I'm meditating. Before I even went to Joe Dispenza's workshop, I meditate 2 to 4 hours a day, and people say, how are you doing that? Well, if you wake up like I do at 3 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes your mind is busy, or just wake up and you don't know why. Dr. Joe mentioned why that is. Between 1 and 4 a.m., the melatonin and serotonin levels in your body are different than they are during the day. So the melatonin level is very high, and that is the best time to manifest. So he had us up at the crack of dawn. I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and we started manifesting and meditating for 4.5 hours, the first meditation. And because that was the best time. So if you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, like most people, and you're trying to force yourself to go back to sleep, which is sort of silly. You're waking up for a reason. I go with my natural body rhythm. So what happens is I will take a meditation, either Dr. Joe Dispenza's or Joe Tracy, it's spelled T-R-E-A-C-Y. He has one called Connecting to Your Higher Self, and then he has one to Connecting to Your Spirit Guides. Those are my 2 favorites. And one of them is 45 minutes, but he plays it twice. So after you're done with it, you can just let it keep going, and it goes straight into another 45 minutes. Believe it or not, those go very quickly. In fact, at 4.5 hours at this retreat in Palm Springs, of that one morning meditation, I couldn't believe it had been 4.5 hours. Straight meditation, 4.5 hours. Thank goodness I didn't have to go to the bathroom. So, you don't think about that stuff. You're really in this total state of bliss. Now, wouldn't it be wonderful if you could go there? Why aren't you? Oh, meditation's tough. I don't have time. Baloney. So what I do is, when I'm going to bed, even if I'm exhausted, sit up so that you don't fall asleep. Put the earplugs in and do a guided meditation. Now, I'm going to start recording some for you, and I'm going to start putting those out there. I'm going to put a whole program for you. Sorry, but as of this video, it's taking time to do this. I want to do it properly. I want to do some really nice ones with great music. and really take you through that process of relaxing. So don't worry when you're going through this. If there are thoughts, I had one day where there was like blah, blah, blah chatter because there's stuff I have to do and whatever. Not negative thoughts, but just, breaking away from your concentration. That's okay. Don't fight that. I always say don't fight anything. Just say, okay, there it is. Don't react to it. Just say, okay, I'm thinking a lot today. All right. So I'm going to do some fun videos with you about the ego coming up here. But I want to share this with you because the more you manifest, it's a Freudian slip, right? The more you meditate, the more you manifest. Why? The more you meditate, the more you clear out the blocks. The more you shut down the chatter, the more you go back into that space of which you are, and that's total nothingness, really. It's nothing. I call it nothingness. Because nothingness is where everything's created from. And then you put your thoughts into that. But I don't meditate for that. I completely meditate just to connect with my higher self, which to me is not a higher self. It's just me at my highest frequency. Everybody says your higher self as if something separate. It's not something separate. It's just you operating on your highest frequency. And that's all possible. It's not you finding your higher self, something that's out there. And when they say this, like you picture like there's something, what is there a higher, can I find it? Is it going to talk to me? No, you're it. It's just that you stop worrying, planning, this is the future, this has to be this way, that, and this is how I'm going to get the money and the relationship, and let it go. Let it all go. And just connect to nothingness. And from that, everything will flow to you. It'll blow your mind. Don't make the rules. Don't micromanage. Can you do that? Can you manifest things every day? Yes, every single day. You simply have to put the 45 minutes, start with a half hour. You're going to be shocked. There's going to be a point where you just out of the blue, you're going to go into this, boom, awesome state. You're like looking for it. Am I feeling good or what? No. And sometimes you're like thinking like crazy, and then boom, you just go into this awesome, blissful state. And then you're meditating for like an hour, and it seems like a few minutes. And you go, wow, I went there. You just have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And you're going to still have days where you just can't clear your head. That's okay. Stay there anyways. Just stay with it. Just stay with it. That's when you really have to get a grip on it and say, okay, I am going to watch these thoughts move past me like a cloud. I'm just going to watch them and see what happens. And then you get out of your manifesting, I keep saying that, your meditation, gratitude, thank you for everything. Really feel it. Really feel it. You are fortunate to be here. We are all so fortunate to be here. And then watch what happens. Now, everything that's going on in your life, somebody just wrote me, I get these every day. Every day I get emails. This and that's going through, and somebody actually said, don't feel sorry for me. I wrote back and said, don't worry, I don't feel sorry for you. Congratulations, you've got huge openings happening right now. All these things that are falling away, time for you to change, transition. You going to do it? Or are you going to just sit there and hang on to that old crap, the bad relationship, the bad job, the bad location, the bad relationships with your family or whatever? Are you going to make the change? Because the universe is saying, here it is. We're forcing you to make the change because this is what you've wanted. Now it's happening. Are you going to fight it? Or are you going to say, well, yay, there's a better place for me. What's it going to be? Get excited and say, ouch, okay, that hurt a little bit to lose the job or the house or the relationship or the whatever it is. Somebody dies. Nobody ever really dies anyways, but okay, now what? I'm still here. What am I going to do with my life? This is exciting. This is a huge door for something that's really good that is going to work. And then that may change again too. Don't be so stuck in any one thing. If you can be flexible, you'll start to enjoy the journey that you were meant to experience here. Do that manifesting. I'm telling you what, the stuff we were doing. Now, if you guys are on my inspiration, which is going to keep shooting up here, If you sign up for that, I send you like every 4 days, I think it is, you'll get something from me. It's one little thing to try and just shift your energy. And then I send you emails of inspiration, you know. For every 4 days, that's the soonest you're going to get it from me. I may even space it out further. And then basically, you know, little ways to just show you, you know what, life is powerful. So if you signed up for that, you will have received a email from me that I took pictures while we were out on the golf course. And 2 other people that I know of, there's probably a lot more people that took pictures on the golf course. And we shared our pictures during that meditation, 750 people. And an orb, a bright green orb showed up on every single one of our pictures. Okay? This person shows me theirs. I go and check and go, oh my God, they're on 2 of my photos. Third person, I showed it to her. She goes, oh my God, let me look at mine. She's got them. These are not light anomalies. This was an orb. You know what the bright green one is? It's the heart chakra. It looked like a round heart chakra, and we were doing a heart meditation of love and transformation. That's not a coincidence. And here's this thing showing up on all these photos, just saying, here I am. You're attracting me. You're going into that space of nothingness but love and transformation. And here I am because I'm connected to that, and I am that power. And you're connecting to me, that power that's there going, loving it. It's loving it. It was there. It was so powerful. And we got to see that on film. And I couldn't see it with my eyes. I was looking right at that spot, and it was only in the photos. So if you sign up, you'll actually receive that. It's, you know, it's down the line, but you'll actually at one point get to see those photos. I included them. It's pretty amazing. I'm going to post them on my Facebook page too, landriaonkka.net. So you can see just, hey, if you guys got some feedback for me, I welcome it. So there are things we don't understand because we don't see them. But right? Believe it and you'll see it. It's true. You don't have to see anything. When you connect to nothingness, everything will show up in your reality that you need to make that transformation into something beautiful. Be okay with those not so fun parts that are going to take you to bliss. Pure love and bliss. And that's all you're going to need. And all of a sudden, the other stuff's not going to matter. And that's when it'll show up. Did you say your mantra? Did you send light and love to the universe? It does count. Right? We got our little orb around. When we're sending light and love out, we're attracting it back to us too. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Thank you for all the gifts you're sending my friends, all the miracles, for change, positive change, and the breakthroughs that may be a little uncomfortable, but they're going to tackle because that's what they came here for, to raise their frequency. Thank you for sending the miracles today, sending you blessings. Namaste.